Released the same year as The Old Dark House, Island of Lost Souls is an exercise in showing that, well, play the No Time to Die clip.
History isn't kind to men who play God.
That's exactly what Dr. Moreau does here in this movie, played by Charles Laughton. This movie is based on the Robert Louis Stevenson novel, and it tells the story of Dr. Moreau, who conducts experiments on the locals of this isolated island. Very, very ghastly experiments. Yeah, it's pretty painful. Well, a couple of individuals end up washing up on the island, and, well, yeah, they discover the fact that Moreau is pretty much evil incarnate, wearing a very nice suit. Really what makes this movie work is Charles Laughton's icy cold performance as Dr. Moreau. He has such a cool reservation to what he is doing, almost a blasé kind of attitude, and it's genuinely disturbing to watch. He is so convinced of his superiority that it just oozes off of him. Some of the more effective scenes in the movie involve him controlling the locals through his puppet, the Sayer of the Law, played by Bela Lugosi. Yes, the very same Bela Lugosi who played Dracula in the Universal Dracula the year before this movie got released. As soon as Dr. Moreau cracks that whip and says, "What is the law?" Everyone just calms down instantly. He's got these people trained, and it's disturbing to see. Considering the fact that this movie is about a scientist basically doing, well, mad scientist things and doing very disturbing things to people, it's very tame, especially for 30s standards. But what lies in the brilliance of this movie is the implication of what is going down. You don't see much, but what you do see, it's enough to take your breath away. There's a scene in which you see a person with their knee completely chopped off and replaced with the foot of a goat. It took me by surprise, that's for sure. And when Moreau talks about taking someone into his house of pain, it's pretty tame nowadays, but back in the early 30s, that must have been a terrifying prospect. Island of Lost Souls is another severely underrated horror movie from this era. It is, well, it's not really streaming anywhere as far as I'm aware, so find it on physical media and watch it for yourself. It is quite good.